Happy Hump Day Wednesday, my Young and the Restless fans. Yes, we've made it to the middle of the week. We have another episode to talk about in Genoa City, so let's get to it. First, Phyllis tells Tucker that she wants to be left alone. Mamie suggests Jill's days are numbered, and after overhearing Jack, Kyle reconsiders Audra's offer to work with Tucker McCall. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for October 18th. And without any further ado, let's talk about this episode. So we start the episode off as Mamie is determined to bring Nate back into the family business at Chancellor Winters, and she is not afraid to go to great lengths to achieve her goal. Nate joins Mamie at the Jazz Lounge for a drink, and the tension is there. She's not entirely sure everyone in the family would agree with her plans. However, the sage is set for a heated discussion. Mamie gets right to the point and questions Nate about what's really happening over at Newman Enterprises, hinting a significant shakeup. Now, she wants to know why he's willing to get involved in all that chaos, and Nate suspects that she's trying to lure him back to Chancellor Winters. Nate's cousins, however, aren't exactly thrilled about the idea of his return, which add more drama to this whole mix. Now, Mamie, of course, is not the one to give up easily. She's urging Nate not to second guess her abilities and insists that she is determined to reunite the family. Nate takes responsibility for his role in the family estrangement and reflects on his time over at Newman Enterprises, where he become close to Victoria. They talk about the synchronicity and aligned priorities, adding a layer of complexity to this whole situation. Now, despite Mamie's persuasive efforts, Nate is resolute in his decision. He expresses his contentment at Newman Enterprises and states that, he likes it there. However, Mamie said he will always be an outsider, though. Mamie suggests that even marrying Victoria won't grant him true power, and Nate can't help but bring up the role Jill is playing over at Chancellor Winters. Mamie, with a mysterious smile, hints at the changing tides. Mamie shares her vision of a new power generation at Chancellor Winters, free from Jill's influence. She wants to make this vision a reality and tries to gauge Nate's interest in joining her. Could she be plotting a coup, according to him, or is she simply trying to strengthen her family's position within this company? Now we're over in Tucker's suite, and the tension continues. Phyllis confronts Tucker about his secret connection to Mamie, convinced that she's a thorn in his side. Now, Tucker remains enigmatic and chooses to pour a drink rather than engage in snarky conversation. Phyllis is relentless, suggesting that Jill and Devon will grow suspicious of his intentions. However, Phyllis is also not the one to back down. She reveals that she's been digging into Tucker's online activities and has uncovered his financial involvement with Mamie's company, which in turn invested in Chancellor Winters. Now, she believes he's using Mamie to target his son's company, and the stakes are getting higher and higher. Now, just as the tension between Phyllis and Tucker reaches its peak, Audra makes her entrance, and Phyllis and Audra engage in a heated exchange, with Phyllis labeling Audra as a predator and a user, which she's correct. Audra's presence adds another layer of complexity to this scene, and Phyllis accusing her of ruining her daughter's marriage. Now, after Phyllis leaves, Audra questions Tucker about his connection to Phyllis, expressing her concerns about the potential threat Phyllis poses to their plans. Tucker confirms that he and Audra are a team again and discusses their strategy to take over Jabot. Now we're back over at the Abbott estate, where Jack and Billy and Kyle are having a discussion. However, Jack notices that Kyle seems a little bit off, but Kyle downplays it. Now, Jack and Billy inform him about their plans to use damaging information against Tucker and the need to expose him. They emphasize the threat Tucker poses to the family. The three of them discuss unity as a family, but Kyle raises concerns about potentially starting a war by exposing Tucker. Jack remains confident, though, that they can weather the storm as long as they all stick together. Now, after Kyle leaves and grabs coffee over at Crimson Lights, he's reflecting on Audra's earlier attempts to persuade him to join her alliance with Tucker to run Jabot. Diane follows him, expressing concern about his confusion and frustration regarding a role at Jabot. Now, Diane reassures Kyle that his father loves him, and they discuss the offer he received that he's lying about. Now, Kyle is torn between his ambitions and his loyalty to the family. Diane encourages him to make the best choice for his future as long as it doesn't lead him back to Audra. Kyle insists that he has the right to choose his own path and hang out with whomever he pleases, even if it is a piranha. Now, he defends Audra, the piranha, noting that she didn't push him but allowed him to process his feelings. Of course, she's manipulating you, Kyle. Diane, though, isn't convinced and suspects that there's more to Audra than meets the eye. Now, back again over at the Abbott estate, Jack and Tracy is having a conversation, and as they're having a conversation, Kyle returns to eavesdrop, where he hears Jack expressing his frustration with Kyle's sense of entitlement and his habit of making regrettable decisions. Tracy questions what Kyle truly deserves, and Jack believes it's time for a reset, even if Kyle isn't thrilled about it. And of course, Kyle nods to himself, signaling a moment of resolution. He then sends a text to Audra, indicating that they need to talk. Oh boy. Audra receives the message and is ready to proceed with their plan to win stupid Kyle over. Tucker now advises Audra to proceed with caution in her feelings dealing with Kyle. He expresses concerns about her developing feelings for him as he doesn't want their plans to be derailed. They discuss their partnership and the potential challenges that they might face. And finally, Tucker now encounters Mamie. They share a brief cordial moment, and this encounter hints at a web of connections and intrigue involving these two characters. Okay, so there you have it. We got a thrilling episode of The Young and the Restless for Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. A lot of drama, secrets, shifting alliances, making for a very interesting storyline in this whole world of The Young and the Restless. So we got to stay tuned for the next episode. Also, stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.